Healthy rivers and streams need healthy banks with mostly gently sloping banks, low-lying floodplains and wetlands. Trees and shrubs reinforce their use. But for River Manafwa, settlers nearby have over the years destroyed the banks and led to massive erosion here due to the activities like alcohol brewing.
The main causes of this is over-cultivation of the banks. You find that the communities have cultivated up to the edge of the river bank, which is also against the law.
As such, the riverbanks have been degraded, with it now being steep, while others have collapsed since the soil is no longer strong enough to hold together.
When you look at some of the riverbanks where there are trees, you find the water stops on the trees and does not take the trees, but takes away the soil on the other side of the trees. Where there are no trees, the banks are very sharp. You can even see the erosion clearly.
As a result, the water quality has been compromised due to the rise in the level of silting and vegetation on the riverbanks, which helps hold the soil in place to ensure that the riverbanks don't burst to avoid floods. Whenever it rains heavily, the area floods because the natural river walls cannot guide the water through and it gets diverted. Now, Mbale district authorities are promoting a program to plant trees around the riverbanks to help restore the natural state of the river. The preferred tree species for this purpose is eucalyptus.
But the eucalyptus should be at least grandiose. If you plant camedulensis, that one consumes a lot of water. Research shows that on average, a one-year pole of Eucalyptus grandis consumes about 5 liters of water per day. So that one can also have an impact on what? On the water quality.
The areas around the banks have also been zoned to specific grass and crop species to help restore the natural strength of the soil.
Then in livelihood zone, we are supposed to plant there trees that can form a very good canopy, can form a very good shade and a good canopy, and have good root system, and also they can provide, they are crop friendly in nature. For example, we have Cordia africana, which is commonly called cookie in our local language. It's a very good tree.
The recent project involves restoring 500 meters of the riverbank. The planting will eventually stretch along the whole bank of River Manafwa. The authorities are working to get this riverbank back to its natural state by minimizing erosion first and stopping upstream sand mining, which has caused enormous damage. Where there has been an explosive of weeds, especially African olive, privet and balloon vine, which are choking up the banks, these will be slashed and replaced with trees. People who had resettled around the riverbanks have also been evicted.
Although due to population pressure, they are saying that the 50 meters is too high. They are saying that at least the number of meters should be reduced to cater for the issue of population pressure, because people have small plots of land and some of those areas are used for cultivation.
The project involves controlling dense weed infestation and replacing them with local native vegetation, because the weeds have the ability to completely destroy native vegetation if they are not controlled. The project hopes to improve the river's health and preserve natural areas for future generations. But many challenges such as water pollution remain.